Hey, my name's Maddie. Today I'm going to be showing you my sketchbook that I made from January 1st, 2020 to January 1st, 2021. Before we get into that, I just want to say that I always, well, at least I have been for the past couple of years, been making sketchbooks yearly. Just January 1st is a new sketchbook, then January 1st is a new sketchbook, which means the majority of the time I don't finish, because once it hits January 1st, that's it. And it also means that I have quite a few sketchbooks, but for the time being, I'm only going to be making this video about the one with the stickers on the front, the sketchbook I made for 2020. But fair warning though, it was a bit of a stressful year, which I think everyone can agree to, so there are a lot of blank pages. Before we get started, I'm going to go over some of the materials that I used when I was making this sketchbook. First, I just kind of have to... First I just kind of have to, state the obvious, it's just pencils, obviously. I don't even bother buying, the same brand of pencils. Just, you need normal pencils. Secondly, I use Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. There's two layers. They look like dog hair. They look like this. They're really good. They're the best colored pencils I've ever used in my entire life. And I will leave a link to, I think I got them off of Amazon anyway, so I'll just put that in the description. I also use a variety of markers. They come in this pack. I don't remember where I got it from. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll put it in the description too. There's a bunch of different things in here. I'll pull them out. Tombow, I'm not sure. ABT, acid free. Yeah, I don't know. It's dual. They have a little markery side and a brush pen side. They're really good. I really like them. My sketchbook paper is absolute garbage at absorbing water, and they don't even bleed through or warp the paper or anything. So I think they're alcohol based anyway, but they're really good. I also use Micron fine liners. I have 0.5 through 8. I have 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. And yeah, I'll put the link to these in the description too. They're good. I don't use them that much, but I just use them sometimes. And then the sketchbook itself is Artist's Loft. I think I got to say Michael's, but I'll figure it out and put it in the description. I use stickers from my sister's. This is actually my sister's antiquarian sticker book. She got it off of Amazon. Also, I like to kind of just throw random stuff in there, and I almost just dropped my everything. Oh my gosh. This setup is very precarious, and okay, that was kind of close. I just tape everything in with random tape. Okay, the sketchbook itself. Sorry the frame is kind of tight. Like I said, the stickers on the front are just from this book. These stickers are all actually stickers my sister didn't want somehow. How you could not want these stickers beats me, but thanks, I guess. So I usually, sorry for the spoilers that I just showed you, I just skipped the first page. I don't know, I saw it in a mini smalls video once, and I was like, that's such a good idea. So the first thing in here is just a picture of a skull. I have it on my Pinterest. Link in bio. But yeah, I just drew it. I like drawing skulls. I think I drew a skull for the first page of my sketchbook that I did last year, too. These are just random animals. There's not really anything special about it. Same here. A lot of these I don't like these, but they're really quick. I like this one, I guess, but some of them don't look very good. But yeah, I like doing stuff like this where it's just random stuff everywhere, like random materials. These are the markers, these are the colored pencils, these are just, I have stamps, just random stickers like that I've collected over the years. This is actually from another page. My dog like jumped on top of it and it like got completely destroyed, so I had to rip it out and like I just taped it back. I only had 2 drawings on there. I'll show you the other one. It's on the next page. This is just from a chapstick, a Burt's Bees chapstick. So like, seriously, I just put random stuff in here. That's just Remy from Ratatouille. I just got an Animal Crossing on the Switch, or I was like about to. Like it was like about to come out and everyone was like hyping it up, so I just drew a peach. And obviously everybody knows what that is. This like thing is holographic. I don't know if you could, oh there we go. Yeah, it's just messy a bit. This is the sticker that my sister thought was the ugliest sticker in the book. I agree with her. That is so disgusting. So I put it in here. This is the other thing on the page. Like you can see with all the crinkle rips, like my dog absolutely destroyed that page. This has like a story behind it. It was in my chemistry notebook, like where I was taking my notes, and I was just doodling, and my teacher always would like just draw a scribble instead of a check mark, like when she was checking homework, and she walked by and she drew it right on top of my, I don't know, I just thought it was funny, so I put it in here. And this, it's foreshadowing for what's to come, and I will not elaborate on that. Anyways, my mom always is like, draw more cute stuff, and I was like, maybe she has a point there. Everything here is just pure Tombow marker, Tombow, I don't know. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Yeah, I don't know. Here's some more. Yeah, more evidence that I just got my Nintendo Switch because I put it in here. This, I was trying to like make it like aesthetic blue theme. So I just used like blue and yellow and like green, I guess. I took a color scheme, and yeah, this is my dog's paw. I like held her down and then traced it. I have like it's a running theme where I will draw something and I'll be like, oh my god, I hate this. So I just like write something next to it that makes it seem like I like did it on purpose. Like I'll write like bruh next to stuff, or like deep fried. Like, yeah guys, I totally meant for it to look bad. Like I didn't have the correct colors to, like, obviously this is Sobble from Pokemon Sword and Shield, I guess. But like just like pretended like, oh my gosh, I did that on purpose. Whatever. This is also from a magazine. I don't know, it's just a guy with a log. I thought it was funny, so I put it in. This is a Virginia possum. I colored it in. This, I didn't really mean for this to be like another themed page. I do a lot of pages where it's just like themed, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it other than themed. I drew this and I was like, okay girl, okay. So I like drew more fish with little, like colored in with colored pencil, but like dots of marker, and I got more overzealous with the pointillism technique, I guess, as I went along. But this looks so bad. I'm so glad it's like cut off a little bit, because like, what is this creature? But anyway, I never finished this, kind of obviously. These are just from like math worksheets or something that I, like homework that I doodled on. This, me and my beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, love her, best friend, we were drawing, like, Animal Crossing had just come out, or like was coming out around that time, and we were drawing ourselves as villagers, and I drew myself as a lion because like angry eyebrows and short poofy hair is like literally the only 2 physical traits that describe me, and freckles, so that's why she has freckles. And yeah, I colored this one too. And this was a gift. It's a drawing of my cousin's dog that I got her for her birthday, and I colored it in too. This page is like a total failure. Like, why is there hand sanitizer here? I don't know. This is from my pet snake. The package that he came in had this sticker, and I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. So I put it in here. I don't know why. I don't know why this is on like a separate page. This was a draw this in your style. I'll put the original post on screen. And but it like I drew this and then I just couldn't continue. I took a picture of it and I was like starting to color it in. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just didn't work out, I guess. More evidence that whenever I draw something bad, I put a joke next to it to like make myself feel better, I guess. I don't know what the psychology is behind it. This is another ugly, like purposefully ugly sticker. I really like this. Like, okay girl. But no, anyway, I'm going to color it in the future. I've never gotten around to it, I guess, somehow. I'll color it sometime. I colored this. I just wanted to color something simple to like figure out how to color fur on Procreate. This is just, I don't know, an eyeball. More failure. This was around the time when like the 6 characters, I don't know, thing, I'll put an example on screen, was like popular. I was like, oh my god, I want to do that. So I got like, you know, my so many followers to like give me suggestions for what characters I should draw. So I drew Mabel and Toothless and Peter Parker and Wybie from Coraline. I never really, this was just kind of an extra one. Like my friend was just like, draw Daphne. Oh, sorry about that. It was like, my friend was like, just draw Daphne. And so I drew it. I drew Velma and then I was like, no. And then I drew her again. And I drew Garnet. And I was like, I planned it all out and I was so ready to do it. And then I started coloring it and then I was like, never mind. So I just didn't finish it. This, I don't have a lot to say about this. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. I didn't really know what to put here for the longest time, and it was blank like forever. So, but yeah, I just found this picture on Pinterest and I just put it there. This page is so ugly. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I hadn't drawn just like humans in like forever. It like shows. Why is this so ugly? I don't know. This is from like a project freshman year where it was like print a meme and bring it to class. I don't know why we had to do that, but I like used like Elmer's liquid glue to glue it in. Big mistake. Worst decision I ever made in my life. Okay, that's hyperbole. But like literally it completely destroyed. It just ate the paper. So if you get this artist loft sketchbook, don't use liquid Elmer's glue, I guess. Yeah. This is my dog's head. She like laid down and I like grabbed her and like traced her. I promise I didn't like abuse her, but like, yeah, I traced my dog's head. This, what's that? Okay. Did I do that just now? This Among Us fan art, it's beautiful, amazing, perfect little brother. He drew that. And I don't think he knows that I put it in my sketchbook, so don't tell him, I guess. This is a thumbnail for this. I colored this too, I guess I'll put it on screen. It was a school project for outliers, and we had to like, I was the artist of the group project, obviously, and I had to just draw like a symbolic representation of the chapter that we were assigned. We got assigned the prologue, Rosetta Stone Mystery or something like that. This best show ever created, Attack on Titan. This is just fan art. I drew this in biology. I just looked down, it appeared. I was like, okay, because like, why is that so good? I was just sitting there like listening to my teacher give a PowerPoint presentation, and then suddenly it was in my notebook. Oh, I colored this. I forgot to say I colored this. And it didn't get a lot of attention, but I was like, I really like how that turned out. This is just my dog. The same dog that I held down right here. But yeah, I love her a lot. And these are like just really fast and like not very good. But I was just, some of them are like from life, so I was just trying to go fast. Okay guys, you're about to see something that you may never unsee. So there's a reason that this is pasted on here. Okay. Anyway, let's just move on. this is when like Meet the Artist was like popular, so I wanted to like hop on the trend. So I like planned it all out, and I like drew it in my sketchbook, and I took a picture of it to color in on Procreate. But like my dog, I literally removed her because I didn't feel like coloring her in. I didn't feel like taking that long to like color her in. I'm so sorry, Gia. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I hope you're okay with me removing you from my painting. This is just from a jar of peanut butter. Yeah, I don't know either. I drew this, and then I drew I don't know why I'm so bad at owls. Like, why? It's always the owls that look absolutely disgusting. But, and then I had, like, this empty space over here. I think I drew something, and then I was like, no! And then I covered it up with this Skippy peanut butter. But, yeah, I had this, like, blank space for a really long time, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just put stamps there. I'll put the website in the description. It's, like, this website where it gives you just pictures of animals, and they only stay up for 30 seconds. How some of these took 30 seconds, I don't know. It's fun. It's like freeing, I guess. This is just more. What did I say about foreshadowing? I went through a bit of a phase, guys. Don't make fun of me, because I'm not ashamed, okay? Five Nights at Freddy's is a good series of video games, okay? And I'm not ashamed to say that. The character designs are good too, which is why I drew them. I was gonna do like a page for every game. Like this is FNAF 1, obviously. And then this is like just FNAF 2, the Withered Animatronics. And I did a separate page, it's right here, the toys. This page was so rushed. Balloon Boy is like hanging on for dear life. He's about to pass away. I don't know what happened, but I really like this mangle. Like this, I don't really know what that's called. Like the little thing they have like attached to them. I like toy bonding too, I guess. This, I made a TikTok of this. It's like my favorite TikTok I've ever made. But this, I kind of went off. Like, I did this, okay? I was keeping the ball rolling. I was like, okay. I don't really like Five Nights at Freddy's 4, so I skipped it. And I was like, on a sister location. I was like, doing good. No. I lost all my ability to draw anything really, so I just gave up halfway through Funtime Freddy. Not even halfway through. I drew his like 3 of his face plates, and then I was just done. And then like a long time later, I drew this. And actually, I'll include a clip here of me showing it. But there's like I used black light. It didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, but yeah, it's really fun. Okay, sorry if the lighting is kind of ugly and yellow. I'm in my bathroom. It's like the only room in my house that I can get to be pitch black like right now. So. I'm turning off the light. It's a little hard to see, which is like I was kind of disappointed in it. Like I made the eyes glow, and I made like there's supposed to be a handprint right there, but yeah, it was fun. Wouldn't do it again. First of all, let's address this beautiful, amazing piece of artwork. It's two-sided. My little brother, the same little brother from before, I only have one, I cut this out expecting him to draw it big, and then he didn't fill it all the way up, but I didn't want to ruin like his composition, so I kept it. I didn't cut it anymore, and I didn't know where to put it. I ran out of room to paste it on here, so I just added it as like a little page, but like, comment, and subscribe if you think my little brother is a good artist. You don't have to, obviously, but these are all just screenshots from Daco's video. I guess I'll add that in the description too. Daco's Into the Pit music video. Yeah, you'll be able to, you can tell where I paused it and I just drew it. But yeah, I made a TikTok off of this one too. It got weirdly, I don't know why it got so popular, but anyway, this, I just got my snake, and these are not of my snake. I was planning on making like a full drawing of him, so I went on Pinterest and I just found pictures of snakes, just like a ball python, because that's what he is, on Pinterest, and I just colored them in, not colored them in, like just sketched them in right here, These are actual pictures of him. Okay, so this is Prismacolor, and I just did that little sketch of him. I got up to get a snack or something, I don't really remember. I walked back in, my dog is like absolutely devouring the paper. She's like just licking it. I don't even know why she was doing this. She was like sucking all the colored pencil juice out of the paper. And so like it's like kind of like warped. Oh, I almost knocked over the thing again. Anyways, like it's like all blurry because she like licked it. I don't know what the heck her problem was, but I just kind of was like, okay, I'll draw it in pencil now. And then this is the one that I liked, so I like stopped drawing them and I colored that in. This, I was like getting tired. If you notice, like a lot of the pages, the last couple pages were all like themed, like Five Nights at Freddy's themed or like snake themed, like, and I was like, okay, I just want to draw whatever I want. So this is like another chaos page where I just didn't really set any rules for myself on what I have to draw. And yeah, this is when on TikTok there was this trend called like the ghost photo shoot trend. I don't really know. And I wanted to participate, but I don't even have a camera, so I wasn't gonna take pictures. And so obviously I was gonna draw something, and I was like, let me put a little creative twist on this. And I drew dogs, and these are the two dogs that I used. This, I went through a phase. No, I didn't. Actually, I changed my mind. I will never get over how good Kikuo's music is, because I still like it to this day. I think Japanese characters are really pretty, so I just copied the names of my favorite songs. If you do some sleuthing, you'll be able to listen to this music that I like. Kikuo's music comes with like really beautiful art a lot of the times, and I wanted to just draw it because I thought it was pretty. This just says Kikuo Miku. This outline and these little guys at the bottom here are directly ripped from I believe it's the Kikuo Miku 2 album cover. I just thought it was pretty, so I drew it. Along with album cover and like album art, they do, sometimes on their YouTube channel, they'll post like videos for specific songs, like this one. This corresponds to this song, and these two little guys correspond to this song. And yeah, they have like this profile picture, I guess you could call it, like on their Spotify. I don't know if it's on their YouTube too, but where it's like, I don't know how to describe it, I'll just put it on screen. And I was gonna draw it in the middle, but then I was like, you know, actually, I kind of like how it looks like, I don't know how to describe how it looks, like it's like a border, and like, I like it. I'm gonna leave it empty in the middle. Okay, so, Drawtober. That means that it's October. We still have this much for the sketchbook. Sorry to disappoint everyone, but needless to say, I did not finish this sketchbook. There's a lot of it left blank. But yeah, like I said earlier, I leave it blank if I don't finish. Anyway, I drew a lot in December though. Like I was like, oh god, I'm running out of time. So I just drew so much in the sketchbook in December. Anyway, I'm gonna make a separate video about Drawtober 2020, but yeah, this was the prompt for carving. I colored that. I colored all these, I won't say it every time. This is Wicked Apothecary. I just drew like thumbnails, and then I would draw it like detailed, and then I colored it in. Midnight Feast, I think. Folklore. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm having a little trouble turning the page because of this contraption I have right in front of me that's holding up my phone. But, okay, I was really losing steam here, not gonna lie. This is Ancient Rituals. It came out good. I changed a lot of stuff from the original sketch, but I think the end result, like the final result, was pretty good. This is Harvest Festival. These two pages, I kind of wanted to do something like quick and fun, so I guess I wanted to keep like the black and white theme like going. Why did this turn out so good? That's so beautiful, if I do say so myself. One thing about the tape that I use, it gets dirty, like it gets gross if you like smudge it, so I guess don't smudge it. I drew this, and then I was like, I kind of want to try something new. So I drew this crab in the Prismacolor, and I was like, okay, I like it a lot. And then I just drew like more, and then I drew this. Look at, like, why does this little effect right there, it just does something to me. Like, why does that look so good? And yeah, I kept like the kind of theme going, and I drew this tarantula. So yeah, it's not the best. I just felt like drawing big cats, and I was like, oh, pencils. More Five Nights at Freddy's. This is from another Daco video, the Count the Waves video. And yeah. This, like, compare and contrast, seriously, hang on. Okay, this, like, look at that, that looks good. What on earth happened? What on earth happened? I was not lying when I said that looks so bad. Whatever. This looks good. I drew this while in December. Yeah, it's December. Oh my gosh. It was a rough year. This is pasted on because it did not end well. This crab right here, something went wrong. So I just found this on Pinterest. I didn't even save the pin, I don't think, so sorry to whatever manga artist I completely ripped off and stole that mouth from. But yeah, I just like sushi, and then I was like, kind of like this color palette, so I just like made this whole thing like pink and green and purple, like these colors, I guess. This, I'll put this website in the description. It's like, it was so fun actually. So I learned my lesson from those like animals from before, and I was like, okay, I think like the strat is to just draw like the outlines instead of. Anyway, I was like, I think the strat is to just draw like outlines, like really fast outlines, instead of like blocking in the shapes, because it like takes so much time and then you don't get a detailed result at the end. So for this, it was like 30-second reference pictures of just hands this time. Some of them didn't turn out very good. Some of them though, like I kind of, like some of them are bad, but like you'll see, like one of them was like professionally done. This, I wasn't even done watching it. This is from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. It's on Hulu. It's 12 episodes long. It's a really good anime. But read the manga. The manga is so much better. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So these are all just screenshots from the show. Can you tell who my favorite character is? These are all screenshots from the show. This is from the manga though. Like I said before, read the manga. I was like 6 episodes in, and I was like, I need to draw fan art. That just shows how good it is. But yeah, I drew this stuff, and then I read the manga afterward. The manga is so much better. The anime like cuts a bunch of stuff out and like moves stuff around, so it's like paced all weird. And I noticed that while I was watching too, like especially like the last episode, I think it was like something like it just didn't fit. Like it was just like in a weird place. Like they like forgot where to put the scenes. But like the manga is really really good. So read that. This is just Minecraft. I don't know if I got bored or what, but it's not really spread out nice here. This beautiful goddess. I love you so much, Moo Bloom. You deserve so much better than what you got. Like, the world has done you a disservice. I love Moo Bloom so much, so I drew one. This, it's the 30-second animal thing again, but this time I was like, let me utilize my strat from the hands I did earlier, and so it didn't really work out as well as it did with the hands, but just more. And more. It's a really good way to like fill up space and time.
Cat Noir. Yeah, Cat Noir.
Okay guys, do not judge me. Cat Noir, nothing left to say. Nothing left to say. This, okay. I did this on purpose, guys. Nick Wilde and the Onceler and Sonic all have something very specific in common, and I'm not gonna say it out loud, but this is satirical, guys, okay? It's satirical. This is just stickers that I thought were like ugly, but in a cute way. I think I'm gonna take, I like this one, and this one, and this little bug right here. I don't think that one's ugly. I think I'm gonna take them out of this sketchbook. They're like really flimsy stickers. They like peel off easy. And I think I'm gonna put them in my 2021 sketchbook because I like them so much. Anyway, more hands. Look! Okay, this is the one I was talking about earlier. Look at this. Why does this one look so good? Like, I drew this in 30 seconds. Like, why did I actually eat that? Some of them, though, do not look that good. What is that? But this one, I'm still in awe. I'm still in awe. How did I do this? This one, too. Look at that. Why is... Yeah, seriously. What the heck? Okay, past me. More. Like, some of them are really good. Seriously. But what happened? How did the same person do that? There's more. I'm like struggling through pages. This is kind of like that other page with the stickers. My sister didn't want these because she thought they were ugly. It's just brain dump. I don't know. Just, yeah, I don't know. These are just quick little sketches of animals. Nothing really to it. Here, I was like, I knew that I was gonna stop on the first, so I was like, okay, oh my god, hurry, fill as many pages as you can. So I just started drawing animals. I don't know why this one looks so creepy. Like, I don't like the way he's looking at me. But yeah. And yeah, that's it. All of these pages are blank. Which makes me a little sad, but I guess 2021 is a new year and there's a lot more time to draw. So thank you for listening to me ramble about my sketchbook for a really long time, probably. I don't know. But yeah, thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye. Love you.
Monkey, 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 monkey.